Hello dudes and dudettes, and welcome to Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and simultaneously welcome you to my custom character showcase. If you've been wondering why I haven't had many Dragon Ball Xenoverse videos up lately, this is pretty much the reason why. As it's kind of a long and arduous process of trying to make all these characters, bring them up to a level you like, trying to do school finals and also work all at the same time. And yeah, I think I've finally got them to how I want them to look and how I want them to play out and give them all at least most of the powers I want them to have. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be jumping to my my Frieza race character, the second character I wanted to make, as the Frieza race characters are what I really wanted to make after I made my video character. And I'll be skipping Matt here since you guys have been watching like 60 videos of him already. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, starting out this character showcase, I'm showcasing my Frieza race character, Chiller. Now, out of like all the races and all the characters I made, I'd have to say this is my favorite. My favorite race has to be the Frieza race, because they just all look so perfect and stuff. Like their armor is also cool, and oh man, they're just so awesome. And Chiller, I just made him like the perfect Frieza race character for me. He just looks so awesome. I love him. And I just don't know how to really express how I feel about him without sounding weird or junk. But yeah, I kind of have a story for this guy. Like, for him, I kind of have the story for him of him and Frieza were like best friends when they were younger, when they were like little kids learning to shoot beams at each other. And so they kind of like grew up knowing how each other fights and knowing each other's moves and stuff. And so they kind of know the same moves. Like, I try to outfit him with all the moves I had so far collected that Frieza also uses. I wasn't too successful at that, because I only have like a couple moves, but I gave him as many as I could. But yeah, before Frieza wound up destroying their entire race, they were best friends and they fought together like day and night, so they know each other's moves and powers and stuff, and they're able to like keep up with each other. Like, he's got the Death Slash and the Death Slicer coming up here in a little bit. Even though like the Death Slicer was kind of something Frieza made up whenever he saw the Destructo Disc, I'd still kind of feel like that's something that Chiller could have also used whenever they were younger. If Frieza could do it, Chiller could do it, sort of thing. And I really wish I could have made him his mentor, but you have to go through Captain Ginyu's thing in order to unlock Frieza as a mentor, and I just didn't have the kind of time for that. Otherwise, these videos would have taken a lot longer to make. And I could have given him the Death Beam and the Supernova ultimate move, but like I said, I just didn't have that kind of time and to do all this, as I really wanted to get this all these videos done with. But yeah, so once Frieza had basically killed off his entire race, Chiller happened to be one of them, but before he could actually kill him, he wound up Trunks wound up rescuing him from the past and bringing him to the future to help out in the time problem. And so anyways, that's his thing. I hope you enjoyed him as much as I do. And time to move on to the next one. Alright, so next up on the list we have my other human, Iris. She's kind of a punkish kind of person. I made her kind of like, I kind of gave her the powers of the other human Z warriors we have here. As you can see, she's beating up all her human comrades. I got the Destructo Disc, makes a nice defense breaker from Krillin. I also have some other moves of his as well. Well, the Kamehameha Blast from Goku. I kind of made it where her story, she was a student of Master Roshi's as well, and that's how she learned that move. I also have some other moves for her as well, and I should be showing them all off here. She has the maximum charge, like pretty much everyone has, and all that. Let's see if she builds up enough strength to unleash one of her supers. As soon as Tien stops beating her up. Freaking jerk. Beating up a lady. Yeah, there we go, the dual Destructo Disc. Those really make nice move killers. I mean, heck, they're freaking saws, for God's sake. Just destroy everyone with it. I don't think I really gave her much else along the lines of ultimates. I have her with Scatter Kamehameha, another move of Krillin's, and yeah, that's pretty much it for her. I didn't really make too much of a story for her, and she doesn't really have all that many awesome moves aside from what she has, but yeah, that's about her, and I'll move on to the next one now. So, next on the list is my Namekian character, Lute. Look at him, isn't he awesome, folks? Alright, so anyways, with the way you can, like, customize the Namekians, I really like how they have it to where you can really change how they are by, like, their colors and how their heads are. I mean, like, some of the fins and mohawks are kind of strange to me. Just, like, coming from years of watching DBZ and all that stuff, like, I can't really imagine a Namekian with some sort of spiky mohawk. It's just really weird. Anyways, so with my Namekian right here, I kind of have it to where he's kind of mutated. He's like a he's like an Earthborn Namekian. Like, I wouldn't really say hundreds of years in the future based on how we've been with the Earth right now, but he's kind of like several years in the future. Let's go with that. Maybe at least 100 years in the future. That like, Namekians are now on Earth, and he's one of these Namekians who can like his muscles can also hold water, since water is becoming a hard to find thing on the planet, or yeah, or something along those lines. Anyways, so whoa, he went up high. Anyways, so yeah, that's why he looks strange, is because he's an Earthborn Namekian who is mutated to the ability of holding water a lot better than his other Namekian ancestors. And he also has a lot of Piccolo's powers, and having Piccolo as my first mentor kind of like helps that along. But yeah, I just really love how, like, all the aliens in this game, they're just so cool and stuff. Like, look at that. I barely had to do much for my guy, and he just looks so awesome and junk. But yeah, anyways, that's his thing. Pretty much all of Piccolo's powers, pretty much. But yeah, time to move on to the next one. Alright, so here we are to start off the Saiyans. We have my guy Kale here. He's not a very modest kind of Saiyan. as you can tell by his really pants small shorts. But he is really strong, or at least how I try and make him. His story kind of involves that he, along with Vegeta and Nappa, and Raditz here, he survived the destruction of planet Vegeta and came to Earth along with Raditz, and was ultimately, ultimately changed things up with him being there. But he was taken to the future to help out Trunks with the Time Patrol stuff, and he has kind of the same moves as Vegeta, even though he's kind of more of a melee fighter. And also, if you haven't noticed with the names of the Saiyans, they're kind of named after vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. Well, I guess more of just vegetables. But anyways, that's kind of where Kale gets his name from, as the also titled Kale. He also has the green hair to kind of make it more obvious. But yeah, that's his thing. He let's see if I can get one of his supers to go off here. He's got Flash Strike. It's one of Vegeta's moves, and he's also gonna die a lot here because I kind of have him on a mission a lot stronger than he is. He's only level 1 here. But yeah, it's a surprise he didn't die on Planet Vegeta. Oh, and killed again. There he goes. And it's like, we're not picking you up again, buddy. Alright, I really wanted to show off one of his supers. Because if I remember right, I had just gotten Vegeta as a mentor, and I had one of his moves. Or, no I didn't. No I didn't. Because he doesn't give you one of those moves at first. Alright, come on Vegeta, you almost got me. Come on. No. Almost, there we go. Here we go. Yeah. Alright. So let's see if I can get him to shoot off a special, or an ultimate. That'd be awesome. Or at least see what I have equipped with him. Dang it, and they start blasting him out of the sky. Oh, better dodge! Ooh. Alright, well that sucks. Looks like Vegeta's almost dead too. Here he comes, coming to revive us all. Almost. Oh well, they finished it out. I didn't get to show you his other specials, or his ultimate moves. But oh well. Yeah, I'll be moving on to my next Saiyan warrior right about now. Alright, so next up we have my other Saiyan, Kali here, whose name should be obvious of the cauliflower. She's an interesting Saiyan, to say the least. I kind of made her kind of like a, the story I have for her is that she's not your ordinary Saiyan, so to speak. She's, what was the word? Ah, god dang it. Can't believe I forgot it. She's, albino. An albino Saiyan. As you can tell, she's got the white hair, red eyes, all that sort of stuff. The powers I gave her kind of a mix between Vegeta's and what was it? Vegeta and Raditz. She has both of their powers. She kind of like makes it a mix of the two. Kind of uses it to her advantage to try and take out whoever she can. Her story is that she was once, well, before the destruction of planet Vegeta, she was sent to an alien homeworld with tons of other Saiyans, tons of other Saiyan children, that is, to try and conquer the planet and keep their race alive. But ultimately, they didn't succeed, as they didn't see the point they weren't like led. They were sure they were kind of destructive, but because the aliens there kind of parented them, they didn't have a need to conquer them. They just kind of connected to it. I mean, collided with their race. So these new batch of Saiyans are kind of like good in a sense. They're not really completely good, but you know, they're not evil in a way to say. But yeah, and then they came to Earth and all that, and so here she is, blowing things up and fighting Vegeta and all that. But yeah, that's my Saiyans, and I will continue on to the next ones, which should be the Majins. To start off my couple Majins, we have my little tiny gumball of a Majin here, and his name is Pacu. I came up with the name because whenever I was trying to like find out a canon like name for the Majins, and I had read somewhere that they kind of went through like Hocus Pocus, or no, wait, no, that's where I got his name. That Majin Buu, his name came from like Bibbidi Boppity Boo, and like the person who created him was Bibbidi and the person who created him was Bobbidi, and the person who created him was Bibbidi. So it was Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and that's how Boo got his name, from like a magic spell. And so I was kind of like going along the same thing, and like, oh god, he's so creepy. He got his name from Hocus Pocus, and I took out a couple letters and got Pacu left. And so I don't really have a backstory for him. He's kind of just like there. I just kind of like made a male Majin because I had the freedom to, basically. Wasn't really anything to it much. But yeah, he's interesting. He's kind of like a really freakish kind of Majin thing. But anyways, we'll get to see him in a little bit once he joins this fight. Whenever that is. I kind of like pre-recorded all these little clips and then add commentary to it for this little thing. So yeah, I'm sorry if all of this has just been kind of oddly done. Oh, here he comes. There's my little gumball.
What? Someone you know, Goku? No. But I'm pretty sure it's someone we can trust.
Alright, so are we gonna get this started off now? Oh, Raditz has gotta blast him first. That's right. Alright, here we go. He's gonna blast us. And separate the group. Oh, he's so creepy looking. Alright, so anyways, the thing with him, he's got like... He'll like expand his body a lot of the time and try and overpower his opponents. It's kind of how he does things. He's also got like super endurance. Can like take any attack he can and just deflect it. He's just completely filled with melee moves, basically. But yeah, that's pretty much him. Like I said, I don't really have much of a backstory for him, out of the fact that I didn't really completely plan on making a male Majin, but I had the option to, so I went with it. And yeah, so that's him, and I'll move on to the last and final character I have, my female Majin. Alright, and finally to finish it out, we have my beautiful, minty cold Mentha, named after the plant, or named after the scientific name of the plants for mint and spearmint and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I really love how I had her. I hadn't really planned on her powers whenever I first made her. I had like planned on her having ice powers and all that, but I hadn't actually thought that they would actually have ice powers later on. I made her like before the DLC came out and before the Resurrection F DLC came out, and or was it the Resurrection F? No, it was before the second DLC came out, and from one of the parallel quests in that you can get ice moves from what was his name? I think it was Ace? It was spelled really weird. Ace Shenron. But anyways, yeah, Mentha, she was made just like a normal Majin would have, but instead of other stuff, she had a bit of ice put inside of her. And so now she's this minty cool, gummy girl. Anyways, as you can see, she's got an ice beam. She also has this ice field move. I also gave her the paralysis move from Goldo, since that kind of has a little bit to do with ice. Kind of like freeze the air and make an ice spike. Not completely a thing with her to be using telekinesis, but you know, anyways, I don't care. It has ice in it, so there we go. But yeah, I just love how it all came together. I didn't even plan on it or anything. It just kind of happened. And it was just great. So that's her. And that is all of my OCs, and I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. And she bangs that little Save-A-Man's brains out. Oh god, I just realized I said a very terrible thing. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did, even though this was a very difficult video to make, trying to like make all different videos to make one video. And anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and favorite, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Also, in the comments below, no, not in the comments, in the description below, I have a link to a blog I started just dedicated to other people's original characters in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and I hope you would go and check it out, and if you enjoy it, you can follow or whatever. And, yeah, this is Cyberwolf of Cyberwolf Games, signing off.